Time it starts.
Just right now.
Oh, right now
what's happening? Oh. We're in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
We here. You know what I'm saying? What's supposed to be a call, but he's here. You know what I'm saying?
God is good. I ended up being here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on. We on now?
Yeah, we on now. We live.
That's what's up. We live. We live.
So get your questions ready. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna play the trailer. Actually, we're gonna play the Redman trailer right now, and then we're gonna come back and get this class started and holler a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Shell, can you get a little film? Can you film me on the phone? What is your both of us? For we.
First of all, I think I might have
You
some.
ain't got no small size though, huh?
And if
I know they got it on the.
Teach them well. They'll lead the way.
I'm about to set that up now. I just got some shit to me.
All we gotta do is show them all the beauty they possess inside. I think if we give them the strength. Pride. It'll make it easy. Let the children.
Oh, they get to see what you see.
And remind us how we used to be. That's my secret to Ballin. No, yo, check it out.
At first I was like, what is this? All right, so
say hi. That's right. You get on the class.
We here? Yeah, we in the building.
That's right. We got Little Yada in the building. Look at you, Little Yada. Look at Little Yada.
You already know. So we're going to get this thing started, man. I want to talk to y'all a little bit. First and foremost, next week is the last week of December 2018. And I think it's very important that we set up and start getting our New Year's resolutions in full effect by creating a vision board. So what you want to do is get you some magazines, go online, get pictures, cut them out, get some poster board. Make sure you get rubber cement. Is it rubber cement or what is it? Like rubber cement? Rubber cement doesn't make the pictures bubble up. So use that. Put you some pictures, a collage of pictures together of what it is you want to see in 2019. Stick it up for about 3 months and then take it down and hide it from yourself. Okay? Because you want to plant the seed and then you want the seed to grow. You want it to germinate. So what I want to talk about today is what do you plan to do different for 2019? That's what we're going to talk about. So, Red, what do you plan on doing different for 2019 since you're here in the building?
You know what? I was looking at my mustache, and this side is a little lower than this side. 2019.
Yo,
my goal is one of my main goals in 2019 is to get my eating habits down correctly.
Right.
And I want to start juicing more. I want to start juicing with vegetables more and fruits, and actually make that a daily routine.
Absolutely.
Juicing is very, very healthy. I'm big on fitness. I'm big on eating healthy and the longevity of my body so I could be around for my kids.
Absolutely.
Second, I would say in 2019 is be confident of every move I make and everything I say.
Absolutely.
You know, I think I've worked all these years in the game, 30 years damn near in the game to actually say anything about music and make it stick without me having to be questioned about it or me having to question my judgment about anything in this profession of mine that I've been in for the last 30 years. I think I'm more confident in my music now. I want to be more confident in when I'm doing my music. I know exactly where to go to get my far as any information I need to get that track done. And why I'm saying this is because I find myself not doubting myself, but questioning myself a lot. Is this a good move? And will people like this? And should I do this for this track? Because that's my game.
Right.
2019, I want to be able to say, this is my track. This is what I'm doing. My plan is to drop it in July, and I'm going to stick to that date, and I'm going to do everything I have to do to stick to that date. All the necessary procedures, all the necessary steps, dotting my I's, crossing my T's to make sure I make that goal happen on that date and not question myself on, is this song going to be good enough for the people? And that pertains to everything. When you have that kind of mentality, then that works along with everything else you're trying to do.
That's dope.
I think that's in short terms just working smarter, not harder.
Do you think that's because now that you're independent, do you think that has a lot to do with it now? Where you have to set up your own, you have to set dates and stick to it? Because I know with independence, there's no time wasted. There's always something that can be done. There's always something you need to do.
Absolutely.
So because of independence, that puts you in the zone where you have to have your own start and stop clock internally, mentally, to where you know when you're starting, you know when you're stopping. You're saying, hey, this is going to come out here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Or are you kind of free of the pressure now to where it's like you just kind of let it unfold the way it's supposed to unfold?
Yeah, it works both ways because Def Jam, the label I was under, they're very strict and they're very I would say prestigious on their moves in the business, and I learned a lot from them. Mm-hmm. And one thing I did learn from them was about keeping a schedule and respecting people's schedule and being independent. Yes, I have the freedom to drop when I want to form any kind of music I want and be proud of it and drop it and make sure that, hey, this is what I'm going to drop. I'm confident in, instead of saying, oh, okay, I need a record that Def Jam can work, or I need a certain record that they can work. And then I have to work, these records that I feel. I could just say, you know what? This album is all me. I don't have to make anything work for us, the radio or the label to work. So that's the freedom on creativity I have.
Yeah. But you always pretty much had that same flow.
Yeah, I did, because you have to work for that.
Right.
When you're entering a company, when you're working for a company, rather, you want to be an asset. You don't want to be a worker. You don't want to be an employee. You want to be an asset. So in order for Def Jam to give me that privilege to drop any kind of music I wanted, I had to prove myself. I had to prove myself to Def Jam that I wasn't just another artist. I'm an asset here. I'm a LL Cool J. I'm a Run DMC. I'm a mogul name up here. I plan to be a mogul name up here. So that's how I earned that freedom on creativity. But when you're independent, it even loosens up more now, because you don't have umbrella over you waiting on an opinion of that record that you're going to give them to work.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But one thing I can say that I will never ever compromise what they taught me is the respect of time and the respect
in time.
The respect of, and most importantly, respect of other people's time and their business, not their business life, but their personal life.
Absolutely.
Their personal life.
Absolutely.
And I can just say this in short words. That means if me and this dude been friends for over 15 years.
Over 15 now, yeah.
I just corrected him today. Mm-hmm. What did I tell you on the phone today?
I made the mistake this morning, and this is the rule, as I know, and this is like, it's only right.
Just happened today.
Look, I texted this morning. I said, Reg, you're going to be on the show with me tonight, right? I mean, today. Because I'm thinking he's in New York. Mm-hmm. And I didn't hear from him, but then he said, yeah, I'm on it. He said, man, don't be hitting me up without saying good morning. How was your day? How are you doing? Because it's crazy. I learnred that from him.
Exactly.
Because I do have that.
Time ago, right?
Back on the set when we was on Redman, you said, don't be coming up in my trailer. Because remember I knocked on the door. You was. I woke you up. You was like, yo. He said, how you just wake people up? Like, that's some consideration. But look, that's something very important on how to treat people, how to respect people, not only respect people's time, but respect people's day.
Exactly.
Say hello.
Yes.
Say peace. How's everything doing before you jump right off into,
exactly.
This is what I want you to do for me.
Especially when you're dealing with this world.
Absolutely.
Of a higher level in rap and movies.
Right.
It's hand to hand. Anytime that I meet someone, or anytime that I'm about to have a meeting with someone, I start off, wait, how's your day?
Absolutely.
How's the family?
Absolutely.
They might say that, well, the family, yeah, my kids, I know, I got 5 kids too. I know the feeling. We can relate. Yeah, they're acting up, right? The school system, we get into it, and then we talk about business. And then you find out doing it that way, respecting people's time, respecting people's personal agenda, even though you don't have to. But that's the point. You don't have to.
That's the first.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to, but it's the respect of that person that they're actually going to respect you and give you a better business. I would say meeting if you ask how their day is.
Absolutely,
it works for me all the time. That's why I'm still relevant.
Well, we got some questions already in. We got HT Journals. How do you find the fine line between doing what you feel in your heart and doing what is marketable to make a profit? That is a damn good question, HT Journals. I know who that is. That's one of my Instagram people. I'll let you start with that question. How do you draw the line
between
something that's marketable? Can we see the question one more time, David?
Something that's marketable and something that you love.
Yeah.
That's a great question. And you know what? That's where a lot of people get lost at, because they're listening to the radio and they're saying, okay, I got to get something marketable. And the people and artists that don't care about the radio, that don't care about what everyone is feeling with their music, they're doing it because they like to do it. They wake up, they cannot breathe without their music. For example, I think Kendrick Lamar is one of those people. I think J. Cole is one of those people, because I'm one of those people. I can promise you Eminem is one of those people, because I talk to him.
It's hard work. It's hard work.
It's hard work. No matter what level you get, you will always love your creativity. So I would say in short terms, before Kenyatta talk, if you love what you do, stick with it. And don't compromise it for any profit. And you will find out you will have a better execution in the end.
I'm glad you said compromise, because compromise is the key word. Do not compromise yourself. See, when you compromise, that means you'll fall for anything and you'll just play yourself out, because you're always going to sell yourself out. Never sell yourself out. It's called hard work. Hard work and hard work put together makes the dream work.
I like that.
Next question. Let's
that.
roll it. Let's keep it rolling. And anybody on Instagram Live, look, check in the shindig, holla at us, come through.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We answering questions. We building on the secret of Ballin. The New Year edition. We're talking about affirmations. We're going to talk about creating vision boards and what we plan to do. What is our New Year's resolution? So let's go into it. So that's the only question so far. But anyway, so right now, since that's the only question, the main thing that a lot of people probably ask you, is how have you stayed relevant in your career for because you've been in the rap game over 20 years, over 25 years, right?
And do it look like a look at it?
Yo, still over like 25 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the key to your longevity in the career, in business, in the business of music, in the music business, the music business? How have you stayed relevant and kept yourself going all these years?
I think, like anyone would say, everything starts from the home. Everything starts from the home. Everything starts from the foundation.
Yeah,
from the foundation.
Right.
From the ground up.
Right.
I can honestly say my love for the music, my kids, I got 5 of them ranging from 29 to 14. So they're all in that age base, which keeps me young. I know about the new music, old music, whatever, and I get to school them. But mainly is I guess the mentality of myself in the circle I'm in. As far as my manager, James Ellis, very peaceful guy.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot of peace within myself from him and how to treat people. Because I was a loose cannon in the 90s. We was all loose cannons. But one thing we did do, and I can honestly say what pinpointed our longevity today, is going back to what we just previously talked about. And I will not tell you no lie, ladies and gentlemen. It has more to do with the music. If you start off by saying, how is your day?
Hello.
Okay, bye, everyone. Thank you. You come in, do your work. You do it extra. I mean, you do your work to a point where you made yourself an asset. They like, wow, this guy is incredible.
Right.
So the work ethics and the respect,
consideration
is me and Meth longevity, hands down. You can ask Meth too. We got creativity. Mm-hmm. We still have it in us to write a rap and write songs.
Absolutely.
But till this day, why Red and Meth is relevant. Sorry about that. Is because of the respect we had coming up for these companies that showed us love. Because bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, you're not always going to be hot. You're not always going to be that female.
The pendulum swing will hit all of us. The ups and downs. Yes, sir.
So what people in position, they will notice that, and they will say, you was an asshole when you came to my radio station when you was hot. Now that your record is not bubbling and you need a little play, we don't want you up here. And it works like that.
Damn.
And see, with Red and Meth, we don't. Look, when the last time Red and Meth dropped an album? But we are always on the road. We can say we want to go on a 6-month tour right now, and it'll be done, and we'll be out on the road next week for 6 months. Why? Because we built the audience and a circle around us that has respect for each other.
Absolutely.
Nothing else.
Right.
Nothing. Right. No. I don't have a gang of producers that's keeping us hot. Right. I don't have a label that's keeping us hot. It's respect.
Right.
Hands down, that's it.
Just respect.
Yeah.
We got another question. Paul Charles. How many jobs is too many before it looks bad on you? Let me get into that one. We had a guy last week. He asked about concentration. Can someone do a lot of different things and be successful? Yes, you can, but it's always more important to concentrate and focus on whatever your purpose is. Whatever you really do the best, focus on that and continue to do it and continue to grow from it.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing you don't see Red, doing he can act, he can direct, he can write, he's an MC, but all those are sort of kind of in the same range because it's all entertainment. But if you cooking fish dinners and you're trying to cut hair in the back of your shop, that doesn't connect. That doesn't make sense.
No.
But I'm always for people hustling.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Food and hair don't mix. But I think that, the most part is with your jobs, it depends on what are you doing these jobs for? Is it to stack your chips? Is it to pay your bills? There's nothing wrong with having some form of hustle to take care of yourself because, it's hard out here. It's, shit is hard. It could be hard times. It's hard times for some of us.
That's right.
And so you got to get your money by any means necessary. You got to do what you got to do.
And you know what? I actually, how many jobs can you have before it looks bad on you? Yeah. To try to understand that question it's not even how many jobs you have, it's how you conduct yourself on those jobs. You can have 9 jobs, nigga. If every boss on that job say, you know what, we fuck with this dude because he comes in and do his job and he's out of here. We love working with him.
I had my man say, look what he said, do one thing at a time, master the one.
Exactly.
Then once you got it going, then branch out logically.
That's right.
Absolutely. That's the truth, man. So focus, concentration is the best thing you can have. That's the best thing you got going.
But nowadays you're going to need 5 or 6 jobs we got 5 or 6 jobs
to maintain. Absolutely. Right. Now, as far as 5 or 6 hustles and flips, you know what I'm saying? I got Bump Assassin, here's another one. Got Culture Vultures, the book. Then I'm also, wearing the director as far as the writing and directing hat. Right. And then, I have my audio book, Think and Ball Out, which is the first one. And then we also have the soundtrack audio book, The Secret to Ballin, which is the soundtrack to the Secret to Ballin movie. So there's different things, but it's in the same vein.
But you know what my thing is, though, because I got these slides right now. Y'all
where's that? Yo, where you get this from? Yo.
Right here. www.
He didn't bring none with it. He didn't bring none.
I ain't got no.
Cheryl just asked about it, but I'm saying it's all good, but we're going to get them.
My thing is, can I ask you a question? Now,
yeah.
We moved to a world where everything don't have to be a hustle. Like I'm trying to differentiate when they say jobs and the hustle. Like these things you showing, this is a brand. This is a brand. This is not no hustle. This is official branding. So I'm looking at it like, man, you have a company with these umbrellas under it.
Right.
Not more than just the hustle, because bottom line, you have to call out on each of these and deal with different people on each of these,
one of those projects.
but it is all a brand.
Right.
Treat your shit like it's a business. We're in the day now that we are the new businessmen. Without going to the meetings, we can conduct our business right here face to face. So why not act like it?
Yep.
Why not say, yes, I'm a businessman? For example, like they do commercials on Nikes and stuff in the slow motion, like, you know, Nike's the better brand.
Yeah, right.
Why couldn't Kenyatta do that with his book?
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. Have a commercial on your book. You can because you are a brand.
Yes.
You are
each
a brand.
individual person in this class right now understand you are the brand.
You are a brand.
So the first step to developing that brand is to work on yourself. Add to yourself. Okay? No matter how much money you're trying to obtain, at the end of the day, true happiness is within, and it's a personal job. You have to work on yourself, add to yourself.
That's right.
Because there will be ups and downs. You can't escape it.
Yes.
Absolutely. What's that question? Let me say that question one more time. Let's get into it. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank y'all for taking the time out to give us the knowledge for free. It's appreciated. Redman, was your episode of Careers 100% your idea? Was that a marketing tactic or no?
Good fucking question.
Absolutely. And that's Zanra Santi. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Okay, Zanra.
Let's call him
Zan. Check this out. Good question. What happened was on MTV Cribs, long story short, they wanted me to rent a house, like a lot of people was doing, I guess, and they wanted me to flaunt it like it was my house. The way I survived in the game, besides respect, was going against the grain. When everyone went right, I always went left.
Right.
That is one of my main accoutrements of surviving in the game this long. When they wanted me to rent a house, I didn't accept it. I brought them to my house originally because not for a marketing boost, because it wasn't really social media out. It wasn't IG or nothing out like that. So we wasn't worried about, hits or likes or anything like that. I wanted to be authentic, and I felt that everyone that was doing MTV Cribs maybe was showing their crib or not, but I knew that I would win being authentic by showing them my real place. And that's just what happened. And when they didn't see my crib, when they came to my house, I told them I didn't want to rent a crib. I want y'all to come to my house. So I guess they thought they was coming to some big house anyway. And they got to my house. They was like, "Oh shit, you live up in here, nigga?" I'm like, I live up in here.
The crazy part, you had the doorbell. You was like,
that's
two wires and shit.
Hey, listen.
And Sugar Bear was in the house.
Exactly. And I still have that place still to this day. And it won for me because I was authentic with my brand, Redman. I had control of my brand. If I had just let them rent me a crib, I wasn't being authentic to my brand. That's why I'm telling you, whatever you got going, you are a business person, and the moves you make now will follow your business.
They will follow you.
Yes, they
will.
I'm
going to add into what you're saying. It's funny because, like, I'm on this workout thing, right? I'm taking off 100 pounds. And what I've seen from me putting up all these videos, right, and showing my own uniqueness, the first key to stepping into your own unique creativity is to free yourself of caring what people think.
Exactly. Preach.
Here we go. Preach. He said he wanted to be authentic. In order for you to be authentic, you have to throw out what someone thinks about you, what someone says about you, all those thoughts about, oh, well, they might laugh at me. They might think a certain way. Listen, when you see me on my IG and I'm crawling on my hands, understand I'm laughing too, but at the same time, I know it takes work to make anything in life work. You got to put in the work in order to lose weight. You got to put in the work in order to build a house. You got to put in the work in order to stack your chips. Everything you're doing requires work. It takes work to raise children. That's why the most important years of everyone's life are the formative years. The same thing as this computer we're looking at right now. The most important aspect of this computer is the format. The format of the computer has to be laid out first. Okay? But you can add new software to yourself right now, no matter what your mother or father or whoever your caregiver was taught you. You can always upload new software of information. And that's what we're in this class doing. And every Thursday, we're going to be doing this. You hear what I'm saying? If Red ain't here, you'll see me, of course, obviously, but we're going to be doing this every single Thursday. All right. And for the people out there watching, what in a cool nutshell, real quick, what is your secret to balling? What is your real secret to success?
Loving my mama.
Loving something outside of yourself.
Yeah, loving something outside of myself, but also loving myself in a way that, I was looking at this lady, listening to this lady talk one time, and she said, you can't allow positivity, energy in your life and success in your life if you're still waking up worrying about negative things people have to give you every day. Like, for example, if you have someone that's stressing you to a point that won't allow you to grow mentally,
absolutely,
then you have to let that person go. And I think that I learned that, and I think that I say that I'm building myself mentally stronger is my key to balling. Is my key to success. Building myself mentally stronger, actually waking up every day and saying, this is what I do, and this is what I'm teaching myself to do every day is wake up. First thing I do, thank you, God, for waking me up today. Healthy.
Prayer and meditation.
Healthy. No one has to push me around in a wheelchair. No one has to stick a straw in my mouth to feed me. I am blessed, and I'm ready for war. After that, everything else is a breeze. I love music. I love my kids, and that's already a given. We know that, and I don't have to prove that to anyone.
Absolutely.
What I have to prove now is my love for myself. And once you have love for yourself and respect for yourself, and you're free from opinions, your life...
Free yourself of that.
Your life will be tremendous. And that's what I'm growing to right now. I'm not there yet because I still got a lot of pain that I'm going through that I got to conquer, but I'm on my way. And I think that's my key to balling is being physically, not only physically, but mentally strong for the world in any situation. In any situation. But I can tell you, once you respect people's time and respect their agenda, all of that has a domino effect. You'll see it works for your business. It works for your relationship. It'll work for everything you do.
It's like everything falls into place.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. But it starts from you. And it starts from, like we said earlier, foundation, home.
Like you treat your mama wrong and your kids wrong. How do you expect anything else to go right in your life?
Exactly.
It's just not going to happen. How do you keep yourself? This is from Brandon Harrison. What's up, Brandon? How do you keep yourself motivated and focused when you're on your independent grind? Great question. I'll start it off. The focus comes from the passion, the desire. If you're doing something you truly love to do and you're independent, you don't have to question focus because you're going to be focused. You're going to be doing this when you get home at night. You're going to do it in the morning. You're going to do what you have to do. Now, there will be ups and downs. There will be days, as they say, there always will be rainy days. There will be days where you feel like chilling and falling back and just relaxing and not doing anything. And I believe in that as well because, like anything else, the Sabbath is very important. And the Sabbath is just not on Sunday. There are days times you got to take a break. You plant the seed. You know what it is you want. You do all the visualization, you lay out your plans, you take action, you have to have days of rest. You have to fall back and regroup your focus. Because if you just work, hustle, it begins to turn into the hamster and the treadmill.
I got into that phase 2 weeks ago. Woo! I got into that. Don't matter.
That's a cold phase.
Look, don't matter how far you in the game, you will always come across a little downfall. You will. And I literally had a wall crashing with my business last week, just like I'm doing songs here. I'm trying to finish up the album, and I got myself just running. So I stepped back, had to step out for a minute.
And it's funny when you step back and take a look at things. And you get quiet. Like they tell you in scripture, whatever you believe out there, understand that scripture applies to everything, no matter what you believe. Is that be still and know that I am thy God. To be still. To not ask anything. Just sit still, take a breath and breathe and feel the awareness and feel the connection to the source energy and not worry about what's not getting done or what you should be doing. Just take a breath. That's why meditation is so important. And the best time to meditate for all y'all listening, real talk, I know we got 3 minutes left, is in the morning. when you're laying on your bed. It don't have to be no traditional way. You ain't got to sit up and with in Indian style and do all that stuff. Just sit back, lay on your pillow before you go to sleep at night, and when you wake up in the morning, practice meditation. Yes. And the best way to practice meditation is listen to the breathing. Understand the rhythm of the breath. Listen to your breathing and turn within. What you take to sleep with you at night before you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, it gives birth to it, even if you don't see it. Understand that. Wow. So never go to sleep negative. Never go to sleep with bad feelings, arguing. You know, if you're in a relationship and you're having problems, work that shit out. Go take your walk. My grandmother always used to say, watch something funny every night before you go to sleep.
Oh, I do.
Go watch Martin. Go watch some old Eddie Murphy. Do whatever you got to do to pull happiness into your dreams.
That's right.
Okay? Very important. Red, where can they get the slippers from, and how can they hit you?
Oh, yeah. They can find me at on my IG, Redman Gilla, REDMANGILLA. My slippers, the Redman slides right now. You can find them at www.redmansworld.com or www.richmondhood.com, RICHMOND
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. My Instagram is Redman Gilla, REDMANGILLA, and on Twitter, I'm at the real Redman on Twitter.
Absolutely.
But just anything like far as music or whatever, man, like you can just hit me there as far as shows or whatever, and we still cooking.
Absolutely. Somebody asked about samples. I mean, from IG Live, you know what I'm saying? I know they want to get a little. As a young person, I'm still learning to love myself for who I am and not going by what people say. That's dope, man. Keep that going.
Absolutely.
Is it possible at your level of status to sample music from other musicians you have a mutual or cultural relationship with? Well, with samples, we just talked about that. You still got to clear them.
Still got to clear them. Still business.
It's still business.
Still business. I just paid, what, $8,000 for a James Brown sample.
Jesus.
That's just one record. So, it's real serious with samples. But at the end of the day, it's just showing respect.
Absolutely.
You know?
So we're going to sign off on Shindig. If y'all wasn't in the Shindig class this week, get into it next week. One more question. Salute, fellow Jerseyan. Kenyatta, prime example of steel, sharp and steel. Both of y'all are real authentic and true trailblazers. Question is how to stay relevant without compromising, selling out or being corny all the way from Camden, New Jersey. What's up? We sup. Yeah.
Okay. Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Camden is that's Buck City down there. They ain't playing down there.
So real quick for that question, because I know we got to sign off, but for me, and I'm going to let Red just end it, for me, I think that you have to do things from your heart. You know what I'm saying? It got to be something that you really love to do. It got to be something that you're about, and just stick to your purpose. Turn your hobby, monetize your hobby. That's what we say. Try to monetize your hobby. That's the most important thing. Like Red did. Red's been an MC. He monetized his hobby. He didn't know it at the time probably, but he monetized his hobby. He figured out a way to make money from what he loved to do.
Wow. And I've never really looked at. And you know what? The thing is, if you're worrying about someone saying you're corny, you're not going to survive in this game. Woo. You have to free yourself of opinions right now. Because they will say you corny. You will hear opinions you don't want to hear. Right. But that's what it goes back to what we was talking about earlier. It all starts from the home. Once you build your foundation within yourself, negative words and energy will bounce off you because you know that your shit is hot.
Absolutely.
You know
that's all that matters.
That you're a beautiful person. You know that you carry a beautiful attitude and a great attitude and respect people. So when someone tells you something negative, you just like, oh, okay, cool. And you let it ride. And actually, that fucks with people more when you just smiling and they trying to criticize your shit. And you say, oh, wow, thank you. You have your opinion. It kills them. So first of all, free yourself, brother. Free yourself of opinions and be confident in yourself.
Stick to your purpose.
Exactly. And you'll find out whatever you're doing, whether it's music or nigga cutting grass, you're the best at that bitch. And no one can't tell you how to cut no grass better than you because you're confident in yourself. And that's what helped me win. And you know, it was harder for us because we from Jersey and New York was right here. Mm-hmm. So we always had to fight a little bit harder to get in the game than New York do. So free yourself, my brother. Free yourself.
Absolutely.
People.
So we got another edition of the Secret to Ballin Masterclass, and we definitely have a master in the house, and I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Love you, brother.
All day,
my brother from another mother, always. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
We got the brother Redman in the house. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you next. Well, Next Thursday, we're not going to be here. See you at the top of the year. Make sure you work on your New
Happy
Year's
holidays.
resolutions. Peace. Happy holidays, everybody out there.
Stick to your resolutions.
Stick to it. Stick to it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. 2019.
2019. Let's go.
Come on.
Clap that energy up. Get your energy.